the best way of looking at the challenges is from our CEO Pulse survey report recently, when CEOs were asked what's keeping them awake at night, and the top three things on their lists were rising labour costs, cyber threats and skills shortages. And when you think about that, two of those three items are very much interlinked with reward strategies in organisations.
So in terms of compliance, payroll and employment tax compliance has always been complex, time-consuming and costly. But probably now more than ever, it's critical that employers get it right. Tax authorities are increasingly seeing the payroll function as their primary tax collection agent, and this is transferring an increasing burden of responsibility on employers against the backdrop of continuous legislative and regulatory change.
The impact of the major challenges being faced by employers as a result of demographic and social change could be considered in four different areas. Firstly, gender diversity. Secondly, the issue of an ageing labour force. Thirdly, how as employers they need to adapt because of the ways of working and the different expectations of the millennial generation. And fourthly, global mobility. And if we think of the shift in economic power and rapid urbanisation, one result of this is that many more employers are going to have to persuade many more people to take up roles in locations that are perhaps new and unfamiliar.
It's about labour costs and it's about skills shortages. So the companies that get the balance right on these items are going to be the ones that differentiate themselves in the next few years. So in the reward space, we're going to see more companies looking at tax efficiency, maximising the value of pension schemes whilst they can and before rules are curtailed a bit more, looking at share plans to see if they can reduce the tax burden on employees using the structures that are there and that are revenue approved.
So from revenue's perspective, both here in Ireland and in other jurisdictions, e-audits are now standard practice. This requires organisations to hand over vast amounts of financial data as part of the audit process and allowing revenues to interrogate the data in a way that was not possible in the past. Now, this puts a burden and an onus on employers to ensure that their systems and processes for capturing payroll data are robust and effective, and that they have visibility of the end-to-end payroll process.
Technology has seen rapid productivity developments. It's improved the employee experience and the assignee experience in the world of mobility. We're also seeing the impact of a big shift in global economic power and rapid urbanisation, and this is having an enormous impact for employers as to how and where they will resource and deploy their talents tomorrow.